I am sitting in the car right now because we are about to go into Walmart and get some groceries. We are going to do probably a good size grocery order or grocery shop right now. We need a lot of stuff. So I decided I was just going to go to Walmart. Originally, I was thinking maybe I would go to Harris Teeter, but when I was looking on the site, the sales aren't like, there's nothing like crazy sales wise that I really need. So if I don't need to go to both stores, I'm not going to. And I need to get like some toiletries and cleaning stuff at Walmart. So I figured I would just do the whole shop at Walmart to just simplify things and make it easier. So figured I would bring you guys along with me so that we could go shop. We are going to be shopping on a budget today, which is important because groceries are getting really expensive. Even here, they're a little bit less expensive than San Diego, but they're still pretty expensive with like obviously things like eggs and whatnot. So we're going to go in here, see what Walmart's saying, and then I am going to show you guys a grocery haul of all of the stuff that we got. I've got my Alani here for some little post-workout energy. Derek got this for me. This is the peach energy. I actually really like the mimosa flavor, but he grabbed me the peach flavor. Yes, buddy. Are you ready to get out?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Griffin is ready to get out, so we're going to get going.
Mom, we'll go down one.
all done. Griffin wants some chips, so I'm just gonna open this for him. Here you go, buddy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We are headed home now. That took a really long time. I probably got there at like 8. I dropped Phoenix off at 7:15 and Derek at 7:30. I went home really quick, came back. So I probably got there about 8:15 and it is almost 10 o'clock now. So that took a really long time, which is fine. We got so many groceries. Which is good. And everybody kept saying, oh my gosh, your cart is so full. Like, oh, you're doing a really big grocery shop. And I'm like, yes, I am, because we have 4 people in our family and we need a lot of groceries. Plus, we're trying to shop now that we have space. We're trying to shop for a couple weeks. So if we can make $350 last for 2 weeks, then that will be awesome. And that will keep us like in a $700 like a month grocery budget. So that would be pretty nice. But I will let you guys know how close I got to the budget. Did I stay on budget? Did I not stay on budget? And I'm also going to show you everything that we got. So let's get home.
It's been a while since I left. Nobody knows where I went, but I think I found my place. Don't worry, I'm doing just fine out in the islands where the time goes a little more my pace. I've been floating coast to coast, Bahamas to Puerto Rico. It don't matter if I'm lost, because I know when I'm with you I'm home.
Go now. Griffin wants jalapeno chips. Jalapeno chips. All right, there you go. Now that we're back, let's go through all of the stuff that we got. There are a couple things that I threw in the freezer, just like popsicles, especially because it's been a while since they've been in the cart. I think it was like towards the like middle of my shopping, so I put those in the freezer. But I have everything set up here, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what I got. So I put everything in categories just to simplify things, but we got some toilet paper, paper towels. Derek actually ran to the store and got a couple like emergency rolls, so I didn't go for like the big packs today. So I got the toilet paper, paper towels. I got some toilet bowl drops. I really like to have these in my toilets. I know some people don't care about the water being blue, but it was blue when I was growing up, so it's gonna stay blue. Some toothpaste, face wash, white wine vinegar. I like to put this in the washer for laundry, dish soap, sandwich bags, bubble bath, some soap for Derek. Yeah, bubble bath, and then some pre-workout for me. I've never tried this brand. Y'all let me know in the comments if you like it or not, and then I will report back to let you guys know what I like.
Mom?
Yes, buddy?
Oranges.
Can you have oranges?
Yeah.
Okay, let me show them, and then I can give you an orange, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right, so, yes, so pre-workout, yeah. So I haven't tried this. I'm not usually a big fan of like blue raspberry flavored stuff, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try. I looked on Reddit and they said that most people use like a half a scoop or 3/4 of a scoop, so this should last me a while, so that's awesome. A lot of almond milks because Griffin drinks a lot of almond milk. We like this Better Goods brand and it's like a really good price, so we got a lot of almond milk. We have butter here. Derek uses it for popcorn, and then obviously I use it for baking. We got 2 18 counts of eggs. We got turkey bacon here. The uncured turkey bacon is actually really good. We have cheese, 2 vanilla yogurts. We got pizza, cheese, taco blend.
Look.
Yes, buddy.
Look.
Cool, buddy. Okay, can you let me finish what I'm doing?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right. Griffin keeps popping in here, but so pizza blend, taco blend, We have some Lunchables here, or like the lunch makers, so like the knockoff Lunchables, but Phoenix really likes these, so I got a couple of those. He has spring break next week, so I want to make sure that we have like some stuff in here that is like easy for him to grab. And then we got this giant thing of like powdered lemonade. I have not used this before, but we got powdered Gatorade a couple weeks ago, or no, last week, and they went through it. And this is like $3 or $4 less. It's not electrolytes, but it'll work out fine. Derek actually yesterday when he was picking up stuff did pick up like 2 cases of Gatorade, so we already have the Gatorade. So I figured I would try this. Phoenix likes lemonade, and like, so I figured let's try it and see how it goes. The ingredients actually aren't too bad, so that's always nice. Okay, so we also have, I said the taco blend cheese already. We've got these we've got these turkey sausages. Again, something simple for Phoenix to make for himself for lunches while he's home on spring break. We have ham here, and then I also got these Chobani drinks. I know everyone talks about these. These are really good. I normally get the 20-gram ones, but the 15-gram ones are actually perfect size. I feel like I have a hard time finishing the 20-gram ones. I don't know why. It's just like just too much, and these are literally perfect. So I grabbed a couple of these. I grabbed 4 because that's all they had of the little sizes, but they also have this Oikos Pro one, and I'm not a big fan of their protein yogurt, but I'm hoping that this is good. It has more protein, and it's the same size as this Chobani one, so that's awesome. So we're gonna give this a try. This one is a mango pineapple, and I think it's gonna be really yummy. I got 2 of those. Oh no, I got peach and then mango pineapple were their 2 flavors. So just changing it up. We'll see how those go. I'll report back. If you guys have tried these, let me know in the comments, like if you think this one is better or that one is better. All right, whipped cream. I use this when we make Alfredo. That's going to be one of our meals this week. So we're going to do Alfredo. I have lots of apples. The boys have been devouring apples. We specifically like Gala apples. I say Gala, Derek says Gala. So I guess maybe Gala. I don't know. But anyways, so we really like these apples. They're my favorite. These are the ones I grew up eating as a kid. We got red apples one time, and the boys literally hated them. I think red apples are like disgusting. So we got some Gala apples. 2 bags. I love that Walmart has these bags. These, I think they're 3 pounds of apples. I can't find the thing on here, but they're, oh yeah, here we go. They're 3-pound bags of apples, which is perfect. And they're not like the giant ones because we have little hands in this house, and little hands need little apples. So we got those. We have grapes. I don't know what's going on with these grapes, but they're freaking massive. Like literally humongous grapes. Crazy, but they look really good, so we grabbed some of those. I grabbed a lot of bananas and a lot of strawberries. I plan to whip up some smoothies, pack up some smoothies for like in the freezer for us to make throughout the week because everyone likes smoothies, so we're gonna get those. And then of course we have the little halos because Phoenix really likes to have these little tiny oranges, and I think Derek likes them too, so got a big bag of those. Moving to the other side, we have Honey Nut Oats and Cinnamon Crunch. I have not tried these before, but they are obviously cheaper since they're the Great Value brand than Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And like I said, we're trying to stick to a budget. So if these don't taste good, then I'm just going to go back to getting the regular versions of the cereal. But if they taste good, then why not pay a little bit less? I also have the kettle corn here. This is my favorite kettle corn. I've tried a million brands, but this is the best brand. I feel like I got spaghetti. This is already cut in half, which I think is cool because, again, we have little hands here and little mouths. So I try to, I always end up breaking the pasta. I know you shouldn't do that, but I end up breaking the pasta anyway, so I figured I'd get the half already. We have elbow pasta. I use this for mac and cheese, Alfredo, and most specifically hamburger helper because I make like homemade like hamburger pasta. Or cheeseburger pasta. So we have this for that, and then vegetable broth, same thing, that's gonna go in that. We have crinkle cut fries. I went ahead and got a big bag because I honestly love these. No one else really eats them but me, but I really like these, and I also try to put them on the side with like some of our meals going on this week. We have cauliflower mix. I enjoy this, but Phoenix hates cooked broccoli. So I got one of these, and then the other day I made green beans, and he was like, Mom, I love green beans. And I was like, perfect. Green beans are great substitution for broccoli. They're green, so, and I enjoy them, so I went ahead and got 2 bags of those. I also got orange chicken. This is awesome. My sister introduced this to me. It is just already pre-made. It comes with the sauce, and it makes it super easy. We really like the sauce. It is a little bit spicy for the boys, but I really enjoy it, and so does Derek. I also got this diced chicken here. That's going to go in chicken Alfredo this week. Aisle, we have flour here, just regular all-purpose flour. I have Parmesan cheese, barbecue sauce. Griffin's obsessed with barbecue sauce. Obviously, this is for Manwich. We have, or this is Manwich for Sloppy Joes. We have pasta sauce here, 2 of the Parmesan Romano. We like really cheesy sauces, marinara sauces here, so I always go get those. And then these are good because these are actually the organic brand at Walmart, but they're not super expensive. So I'm happy to buy something that has good ingredients that's actually less expensive than the other types of pasta sauce. We got 3 packs of taco seasoning for enchiladas and for just regular tacos. Ketchup, I have not tried the Great Value brand of ketchup, but I went ahead and grabbed it to see if we like it. Again, if we don't like it, we'll switch back to the regular brand. We know for sure that this ranch is our favorite ranch. The boys like put ranch on everything, and they really like the Great Value version, so I went ahead and grabbed a big tub of that. I use fennel in a lot of my seasonings for like burgers and things like that, so I needed another one of those. I went ahead and grabbed this. This was like $4. So, and I couldn't find one that was like non-organic and a little bit cheaper, but it's okay. I use this every single day almost, so I needed to grab some. Enchilada sauce, like I said, enchiladas, white chocolate chips. The boys love white chocolate chip cookies. We're not big chocolate chip cookie fans here, so they love when I make these white chocolate chip cookies, so I'll probably make those at some point this week. And then brown sugar goes in cookies, and then everything else. All right, last but not least, don't mind my dishes. I'm using literally every bit of counter space that I have in the house, so this is gonna have to do for right now. But so for our proteins, I have drumsticks. This is such a smart buy. There's so many in here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. There's 16 drumsticks in here, and it literally is $7. You can see right there that it's $7. This is like a great buy because it ends up making multiple meals for us, at least 2, and then oftentimes I make them as meal preps because it's just such a great buy. So this is a great way for you if you're meal prepping or if you have a big family and you want proteins that aren't super expensive. Go ahead and grab these drumsticks. They're super good. I've made them on my channel a couple of times. I just season them up and then bake them in the oven for just about an hour, and they come out amazing. It's literally everyone's favorite meal in my house. I finally found this sausage. I was looking for this the other day. It is breakfast sausage. So we are obsessed with this here. We do tacos every Sunday, and I haven't been able to find this, and it's so annoying, but finally found it. So I'm glad we got that. And then I just have a big old thing here of ground beef. It always makes more sense to get like the 3-pound one instead of buying 3 separate ones because it just ends up being a little bit cheaper. I am going to divide this up and then bag it up and freeze it. And that way it just makes it a lot easier for us without, like, as far as meals go, so that I can just thaw out parts of it instead of freezing this whole log and having to thaw the whole log. I'll just cut it up and then separate it into pounds. We have a couple of things more, but Griffin paused me for a minute because he wanted some snuggles. You want some picky uppies?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to show them the last couple things?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Moving on to the last section. We have kettle jalapeno chips. These are literally the best ones. I feel like there's a lot of different jalapeno chips. Miss Vicky's is a pretty close one, but I love these, so we grabbed a bag of those. The Lay's chips were actually 2 for $5, so we picked up the regular barbecue ones and these granola bars as well. We picked up Lay's chips were 2 for $5, so we picked up the sour cream and onion as well as the barbecue because these are our boy's favorite. Griffin specifically loves those. And I also got these Sunbelt bars. Griffin broke into the box in the store because he wanted a snack, but these are actually great for us to throw in the diaper bag as emergency snacks. We're on soccer fields very often, so these make it easy for him. He just loves these. And then moving on to bread, we got plain bagels. Phoenix likes to have plain bagels for breakfast, so I got 2 of those. I'll probably put 1 in the freezer. I got blueberry bagels. I'm super excited because the Thomas brand actually came out with a 10-gram protein version of their bagels, which I am literally obsessed with. These are way cheaper than Dave's bread bagels. The ingredients aren't as good, but still I'm happy to have a bagel that is higher in protein. All right, we have flour tortillas here. We also have slider buns. Phoenix usually uses these for sandwiches, so I grabbed some of those. And the last thing we have here is the Sweet Hawaiian Roll hot dogs. So I showed you guys that we got some beef hot dogs, so these are going to be great for those as well. And one more thing that we have, I told you guys we put the popsicles in the freezer so they wouldn't melt. So we have the popsicles here. These were only $3, and they're a bunch of different flavors, and there's a lot of them. Our boys eat popsicles literally every day. Again, these aren't the best ingredients, but the boys love them, so I just went ahead and got them. Eventually I want to transition to making popsicles from home, but for now these are yummy, and these will be perfect for the warm weather that we have coming. All right, so that is everything we have. All of my counter space is completely covered. Like I said, we don't have a lot of counter space in the kitchen, so I had to utilize, there's the oven back there. I have my sink covered and stuff. So I'm gonna get this stuff put away, and then I am going to show you guys what my meal plan board looks like on my fridge, and kind of tell you like what my plan is for meals going into the next week. What my pantry space is looking like. We have to use like our cabinets because we don't have like a designated pantry space, so we make it work. But I'm gonna go through it really quick with you guys. So this cabinet right here is gonna be like cans and seasonings. I just put everything in there. We don't use a lot of cans, so it's mostly spices. I keep all of my daily spices here on this shelf. I pretty much use everything on this shelf on a daily basis, so it's easier to grab right there. And it also leaves me up some storage in here if we needed to add anything to that. So this cabinet that is above the stovetop, I have the cereals that are decanted in there. I also have all of the pastas. I put my pre-workout up here, and then back behind here, there's a couple of other ones that are like chips. I like to keep the chips up high because otherwise the boys will just literally devour the entire bag in one sitting. So it makes it so that they have to ask first before they grab another thing of chips. This cabinet right here, this is honey from my in-laws. It's actually awesome because I use a lot of honey when I make bread, and the boys love to just like eat it, and so does Derek. So that's there. My chocolate chips are there, and then I have that lemonade mix I was telling you guys. I figured that would be a good place to put it. Sugar, I do need to refill this sugar, but we keep sugar down here for access for Phoenix. He likes to put sugar on his bagels, so we keep it down here. And also easy for me to grab when I need quick sugar for something. And then we have baking powder. We have a lot of Derek's stuff that he uses for popcorn up there as well. And then this basket is like a snack basket. It has popcorn. This is about different barbecue chips that were already open, so I just threw them on top of here, but I keep the taco seasoning in here, my popcorn, those bars, and then my mother-in-law also sent these in an Easter basket for the boys, so that makes it really easy. You guys know I like to make a lot of things from scratch, but it's actually kind of nice to have those because I literally only have to add like 2 ingredients and then they're ready to go. So definitely a little special thing there. And then just hiding behind here is going to be the sandwich bags. I normally keep sandwich bags down here in this drawer. Oh, let's see. There we go. They're all shoved in here right now because I've run out of space. These came in like a huge bag. These are the gallon bags. So I just shoved those in there. I might end up moving this around a little bit, but this is like such an awkward bag. Okay. Okay, so this drawer right here is where we keep all of the stuff that I use, like all of our storage type baking stuff. So parchment paper, plastic, aluminum foil, and then gallon bags, and then reseal over the rest of the sandwich bags. I planned to pack up smoothies, so I went ahead and grabbed an extra one from Walmart just in case I needed some. All right, this one is plates and bowls, so I won't show you guys that one. Or this one is glassware and stuff, so I won't show you guys that one. But the last cabinet that we use for pantry space is going to be this cabinet. This is where I keep a lot of my baking stuff. So I keep like vanilla there, like some other spices that I use that are like backstock spices, and then flour, another thing of sugar, and then brown sugar. We use a lot of sugar and brown sugar for Derek's popcorn, and I also use it in baking, so we like to keep a lot of that on hand. So this is just like my baking cabinet up here as well. I do have a secondary shelf outside for backstock. We usually keep paper towels and toilet paper and stuff like that that's extra out there, but I don't have anything on that shelf right there because we've kind of gone through all the groceries. So if I do end up using a lot of backstock stuff or buying a lot of backstock stuff, I'm able to put it in there. So let's go really quick over to the fridge and I'll show you guys what I'm planning to make for dinners this week. All right, so here's what I'm thinking we're gonna do for this week. So today is Tuesday, so I'm gonna make Alfredo. I have chicken, so I'm gonna make chicken Alfredo. Phoenix really likes that, and so does Derek, so that'll be an easy meal to whip up. Takes no time. I even make my own Alfredo sauce, so yeah, it always turns out really good. Tomorrow we'll have leftovers. I'm gonna make sure I make enough so that we can eat that also tomorrow, or if Phoenix wants to fend for himself and make something else, he's welcome to do that. I'm going to do burgers and fries on Thursday. Derek will be home, so it'll be nice for him to be able to eat that. I was gonna try to make that today, but I want him to be able to eat it like when it's hot and not when he gets back from work at like 8 o'clock. So I'll make those while he's home. Then I'm gonna make homemade pizza on Friday. I just feel like it's turning into a Pizza Fridays thing, honestly, but yeah, the boys will love that. They like to have pizza, the homemade pizza. Cheeseburger pasta will be on Saturday, and then this is Easter Sunday, so I'm gonna make drumsticks and vegetables. That is one of our big meals. I like to do that for like holiday meals and stuff because it's just very hearty, and like the boys really like it. So that is what we are going to be doing for meals this week. All right, y'all, that's going to do it for this video. I wonder if you guys can guess how much we spent. How much do you think we spent? Leave it in the comments. I'll give you a couple seconds. Okay, drum roll, please. We spent $339. Yes, if you're keeping track, that does put us under a $350 budget, and I am super excited. I am super proud of myself for doing that. I am really trying to be better with the groceries and keeping it under control. I know groceries can get out of hand right now, so it's a lot smarter to do it. And one of the ways that I make sure I do it is that I go to the Walmart app even before I go to the store, or I go to the Walmart app even if I'm not going to Walmart to shop. And I just make my whole entire grocery order on there, and then I will either order it to the house, or if I don't want to spend the extra $25 or whatever in tip, I will go to the store myself and get it. But it also helps me to pare things down. So sometimes you'll notice, like, you'll go to the store and you'll just start grabbing stuff and you're like, do I even actually need that, or do I just want that? And it helped me stay under budget because I already knew how much everything was going to cost. And then I also knew that, oh, if they had something that was a little bit less expensive option, I could grab that as well. So that really helped me out today, and helped me to stay on the budget. So Derek was super excited when I told him how much I spent. So I was able to get everything that we needed. There were a couple of items that I did miss right here, so we'll maybe have to go pick those up. They're not like emergency items, just a couple of things that I was like, oh, it would have been nice if I had grabbed that. So thankfully we spent under the budget, so we should be able to grab those couple of those things. But yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It was really fun shooting this video. It was very interesting trying to shoot it with a toddler running around and causing all kinds of chaos, but I got it done. So now I'm gonna sit down and have some lunch and enjoy this day. It is a little bit overcast today, but it is beautiful, like in temperature. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you like this style video or not, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.